What if the version of the Bible you know is just the tip of the iceberg? What if hidden beneath centuries of censorship are divine truths so powerful that they threaten to dismantle the early church's control? This is the story of the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible, a sacred collection of 88 books, filled with celestial visions, angelic rebellions, and prophecies of the end times. These texts offer profound insights into the spiritual realm that were deliberately excluded from the Western canon. Why were these books hidden? What secrets did they reveal that were too dangerous to be known? Journey with me as we explore the mystical texts that Western Christianity erased and the extraordinary truths preserved by Ethiopia. The revelations in these books could transform the way you see the Bible, the cosmos, and the battle between good and evil, the Bible you weren't supposed to read. In most Christian traditions, the Bible contains 66 books, but the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible holds 22 additional sacred texts, including the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, and the Ascension of Isaiah. These texts are far from minor additions. They describe cosmic battles, angelic hierarchies, and forbidden knowledge. The Nephilim, giants born of rebellious angels, and prophecies that delve deep into the apocalypse, paint a picture of a spiritual universe far more complex than most Christians have been taught. Why were these books erased from history? Were these texts removed because they revealed mystical truths, or because they offered a power the church couldn't control? Ancient mysteries suppressed by the church. In 325 AD, at the Council of Nicaea, early church leaders shaped the Bible we know today by deciding which texts would stay and which would be left out. Books like Enoch and Jubilees were considered too mystical, too rooted in Jewish law, and too dangerous. These texts challenged the emerging doctrine and risked encouraging independent spiritual inquiry. For example, the Book of Enoch tells of the Watchers, angels who descended to earth and taught humanity the forbidden arts of war and magic. These teachings corrupted mankind, leading to the Great Flood. Such themes were considered too speculative, too powerful, and early Christian leaders feared they might divert attention away from Christ's salvation message. Meanwhile, Ethiopia stood outside these debates. It retained these sacred texts in its canon, preserving a version of Christianity deeply connected to its Jewish roots and mystical heritage. This Bible, untouched by Western influence, remained a powerful spiritual treasure, a divine mission hidden from the world. Ethiopian tradition tells of an ancient connection to King Solomon through the Queen of Sheba. Their son, Menelik I, is said to have brought the Ark of the Covenant, the sacred chest containing the 10 Commandments, from Jerusalem to Ethiopia. For Ethiopia, this wasn't just history, it was a divine mission. Ethiopia saw itself as the guardian of God's most sacred knowledge, both through the Ark and through the preserved books of the Bible. When colonial powers invaded Ethiopia, they recognized the spiritual significance of the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible. European forces tried to suppress this spiritual resistance, seeing Ethiopia's religious independence as a threat to colonial control. But Ethiopia stood firm, safeguarding these ancient texts for generations, banned texts that reveal the truth behind angels, prophecies, and the end times. One of the most controversial books in the Ethiopian Bible is the Book of Enoch. It describes a rebellion of angels called the Watchers, who took human wives and gave birth to the Nephilim, a race of giants whose wickedness brought the world to ruin. Enoch also provides detailed descriptions of celestial hierarchies, the interactions between angels and humanity, and the final judgment, where both angels and humans are held accountable for their actions. Could the Watchers' forbidden knowledge still influence the world today? Are modern conflicts and spiritual battles the continuation of this ancient struggle between good and evil? Another mystical text, the Ascension of Isaiah, tells of a vision where the prophet Isaiah journeys through the seven heavens, witnessing angelic beings and the Messiah descending to earth to confront Satan's forces. This story aligns closely with New Testament theology, but adds apocalyptic layers that are missing from the Western Bible. Could these banned books hold on prophecies that point to events unfolding in our time? The end times through the eyes of banned prophets. Many of the texts in the Ethiopian Bible contain prophecies that mirror current events. Enoch's visions describe a cosmic battle where fallen angels, demons, and humanity all face divine judgment. The Son of Man, a messianic figure that parallels Jesus Christ, will return to bring justice to both angels and men. In the Book of Jubilees, we find not only historical retellings, but also warnings about spiritual misalignment. It introduces a 364-day solar calendar, believed to be God's intended way of tracking time. Could humanity's reliance on the wrong calendar be one reason why we seem out of sync with divine order? In an age filled with wars, natural disasters, and moral decay, many wonder, are we living in the end times described by these lost prophecies? Have these texts resurfaced now because we need their guidance more than ever? Was the Western Church hiding the truth? Early church leaders justified excluding these texts by claiming they were too speculative or too mystical. However, books like Jubilees and Enoch contained ideas that might have challenged the emerging authority of the church. Their focus on angels, heavenly hierarchies, and strict adherence to Jewish law presented an alternative vision of spirituality, one that did not align with the church's desire for uniform doctrine. In contrast, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church embraced these texts as part of its spiritual heritage. Ethiopia's continued use of the solar calendar and adherence to ancient practices reflect a closer connection to early Jewish Christian traditions. This raises the question, did the Western Church's removal of these books cut us off from deeper spiritual truths? Have we lost something essential by ignoring the wisdom preserved by Ethiopia? Colonialism and the attempt to erase ancient truths. The exclusion of these books wasn't just a theological decision, it was viewed political. During the colonial era, European powers sought to dominate Ethiopia, viewing its spiritual independence as a threat. Italy's invasion of Ethiopia in the late 19th and early 20th centuries was not only a political conquest, it was an attempt to erase Ethiopia's religious authority. The Ethiopian Orthodox Bible stood as a symbol of resistance, its unique content representing a connection to ancient wisdom that could not be controlled by colonial forces. By preserving its texts, Ethiopia resisted both colonial domination and religious conformity. Rediscovering the forbidden truths, the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible offers us a chance to rethink everything. It challenges the Western narrative of Christianity by revealing mystical knowledge, ancient prophecies, and a deeper understanding of divine law. What if the truths hidden in these banned books are the key to understanding the spiritual battles we face today? What if the answers we seek have been part preserved by Ethiopia all along? These ancient texts call us to look beyond the familiar, to uncover a faith that embraces both mystery and prophecy, law and grace, angelic realms and human destiny. Are you ready to uncover the mysteries hidden for centuries? If these banned texts contain the hidden secrets of the end times and the unspiritual battles unfolding around us, isn't it time to dive deeper? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone ready to explore the hidden truths of the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible. Let's dive deeper into these forbidden books and unlock the revelations that were never meant to be hidden.